Right, welcome to this Battlefield terrain tutorial. This episode here, we're looking at industrial setup. I've gone for like a Hive City multi-layered terrain setup here. As you can see, there's lots of layers and walkways going on here with this board. So as per usual, we'll go through step by step how you can build this table up. And you're welcome to take elements from this or copy this entirely for your own games of Warhammer 40,000. So first up is your foundation. So we're using a mat here. It's called Quarantine Zone from GameMat.eu. 60 by 44 inches in size, so perfect for your regular games of 10th edition 40k. You can get this mat in different sizes, like 6 by 4 and so on. But currently for 10th edition, this is the size that you want. You can get this one individually. This one is actually a double-sided battle mat. So you've got Fallout Zone on the other side. These mats are really good value for money. You're going to get 2 mats in the one design. Just flip the mat over to swap things around. The terrain I'm using here would probably match in. It's going to match in just fine on both of these designs as well. So you really can change your table up just by flipping the mats over. They come with a zip carry case as well, so they're great for transporting and storage and so on. So I'll leave a link below for this mat. It also has the Nexus markings on it, which is fine for the deployment zones for the latest card deck from Games Workshop. So it's going to give you these fine white lines showing the deployment zones for all of the missions. It's going to mark dead center of the board. You can just see there's a little white dot just over there, so that's dead center. These markings are very handy for deployments. You know where your deployment zones are at the start of the game when you're deploying, but also during the game when you're trying to pick up points for secondaries, trying to get into certain zones and so on. Then that's marked for you throughout the game. So very, very useful. You can get this map without the markings if you don't want them. It also comes with inch markings running around the edges, which is very handy when you're trying to place your objectives. 12 in, 8 across, objective goes there, so you can work that way with the inch markings running around the edges. And then on a practical, I've already talked about the storage of these. They just roll up and you just store them away. They're nice and they've got a design running through them. They're firm enough, but there's also that rubber softness to them, so they're figure friendly. Nice and quiet for dice rolling as well, no clattering sounds when you're rolling dice on this surface. So the mat's going to give you your foundation, your sort of colour scheme. So yes, we've got grey tones running through this, but also some rusty colours, as you can see, and designs across here as well. So the rust running through, the details on the road, more rusty colours as well, and you can see how well the terrain just sits on top of that design. So the mats are a great job. They really give you a great foundation. Just there's no work required, and you've got yourself a nice playable surface with lots of details. Then it's just a case of putting your terrain on top of that. So moving on to terrain, the bulk of this board has been filled out by one set from GameMat.eu. We still have some spare stuff that I haven't included on this board, and that's the industrial terrain set. It's one of the larger sets that will fill out a table quite nicely for you. So you get 4 of these structures. I've put 2 next to each other here. There's 2 across the other side. You get this large structure here in the middle. You get 4 of these large, which are really good for line of sight blocking, 4 of these large containers as part of that. You also get pipes, industrial pipes, which I haven't, there hasn't been the room for them on the board, but you get that. You get those in the set as well, and also some crates and boxes in that set as well. I'll leave a link for it below. You can check it out. Again, it's from GameMat.eu. It's a brilliant set for filling out a table nicely for you. So the terrain comes in these kind of tones, this rusty browny kind of colour, and then I've added some colours on top, some metallics, chipped them up, a few washes, and just to really make these grimy and industrial. It's easily done. I'll leave a link below for a full tutorial to show you how to do that, just to enhance your GameMat.eu terrain. It doesn't take too long. I think it's well worth doing. I've sort of gone for colours. See the colour here? I've tried to match it. So you're trying to match your terrain into the battle mat as much as possible. It just blends everything in nicely, makes it look like the terrain is meant to be on this mat. One other terrain piece, it's an individual piece here. It's the warp portal. It's the structure across here. Nice focal point to have on the board. Usually I put that in the middle. I've got it to the side this time. But that's an individual piece that's optional. It's from GameMat.eu. So I want to leave a link for that for you below. So that's most of the board, all this section around here. Across the other side's filled up with that terrain. We've then mixed it up with some AdMech terrain that's from Games Workshop. So these structures here. A few of those around the board. The pipes are from Games Workshop as well, and they're just connecting really well with the gamemat.eu terrain. And then that's once the structure's done, it's accessories, as I've used Munitorum containers here from Games Workshop, stacking them up. I'm conscious of the roads, which are a great part of the design, but the firepower alleyways that they can create on the board, so I'm trying to block that out with some stacks of Munitorum containers. There's another stack across the other side there as well, just to try and create some line of sight blocking terrain. There's other accessories as well. These are all from Games Workshop. These look great on the terrain. And there's some around here as well, just to create that industrial feel, just to bring it into the realm of Warhammer 40,000. Munitorum container on top of here as well. So after that is your final finishing touches. So these are highly recommended. These are scratch built, they're walkways. And I'm using a material called Plastruct for the rods. And then the mesh that you can see is actually, you can get off eBay, it's aluminium car body repair kit. Just comes in sheets, just cut it with scissors to shape. And then just sprayed up, rusted up, and you've got yourself some walkways. As you can see, I can take terrain that's completely independent from each other, and then I can connect them on a second level with these walkways. So I made a square one there to sit on top of that, and these walkways are all just connecting up the terrain. It's a really good idea for your games of 40k. It means you've got a fight that's going on the lower ground. We've also got a second level going on in your games. This all connects up thanks to these walkways. I've connected up across to there. And around here as well, connecting up with those walkways. And I've even made them permanent structure here to make a larger platform on top for models to go as well. The same materials, the same process you can use to make perimeter fences like these ones, and you can also use them, same process, to make these billboards, these propaganda posters. That's just a case of building the structure from Plastruct, spraying it up, and then the posters I've just printed down in inkjet printer, the designs you can find just by searching for them on the internet. Games Workshop even have produced their own propaganda posters. You can print those off and use them in your games. There's one here as well. Just really 40k themed stuff. And expect to see stuff like this in Imperial City. I've done a tutorial for that as well. So that's all included. I'll leave the links below, so if you're interested in doing those accessories, little extra touches, it really is worth it, just to make the whole board nicely 40k themed. Then I'll leave those links for you in the video description. There's another one there for the Mordian Iron Guard. So they're easy to do. Once you've got them, you can use them across different terrain sets, no problem. So that's pretty much it. I'm linking out the different tutorials that are already in place for you, so that will guide you through each process. It's great to see images being shared and people giving me feedback on these and how happy they are with the results that they've got. People have gone off, done their own designs, their own adjustments to the original design, but once you have those sets, and I've seen photographs, multiple tables now, people using these walkways, and they're just using them from one game to the next. It really is a good investment to do. Tricky to make, but once you've got them, you'll have them for a long time. Final finishing touches, just stones and scatter. So grey stones here. We've actually sprayed grey and put some brown washes and so on through them just to make them blend into the terrain. And then in amongst those stones, I just throw in spare bits and accessories and just chuck them in. They just come out random every time. Spare pieces of Plastruct, same material I've used here, just offcuts. Spray them up and add them in. Spare bits from Games Workshop terrain pieces. There's your weapons pieces in there, spare bits of tanks. Just spray it up, wash it up with the brown and rust washes, add it into your pile, and then you draw them out of the bag, and each time you're going to get different bits coming out. It just really, again, helps just to finish off the terrain and blend the whole thing in. Hopefully this video has been a nice guide for you, good process at how you can achieve this table. But if you like the look of what you see, then just follow those tutorials. Check out gamemat.eu for your battle mats and terrain. Link below for gamemat.eu, also an 11% discount code that you can use. That'll apply across the store, and they are shipping their products worldwide. Keep a lookout for more videos in this series. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.